Welcome to this complete lesson on adverbs. Have you ever wondered how we make our sentences more detailed, clear, and expressive? In this lesson, we will learn that what adverbs are, why they are important, their major types, how they are formed, common mistakes to avoid, and much more. So let's begin our journey into the world of adverbs. Let's start with the definition. An adverb is a word that adds more information about a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Look at the examples. In first sentence, Ali speaks clearly. The word clearly tells us how Ali speaks. It modifies the verb speaks. In second sentence, she is very intelligent. The word very adds information about adjective intelligent. And in third sentence, he runs quite fast. The verb quite modifies the adverb fast. So, an adverb does not only describe actions, it can also strengthen or modify adjectives and other adverbs. Now, the question is, why are adverbs important? Because adverbs help us explain important details about actions and situations. They tell us how something happens, when it happens, where it happens, how often it happens, and to what extent it happens. Notice the example on the slide. He speaks. This sentence is correct, but it is incomplete in terms of detail. When we say he speaks politely, we immediately understand how he speaks. Therefore, adverbs make communication more precise, informative, and meaningful. One of the most important things is to remember what an adverb can modify. The answer is an adverb can modify first a verb. For example, he runs quickly. The adverb quickly describes the verb runs. Second, an adjective. She is very beautiful. The adverb very modifies adjective beautiful. Third, another adverb. He speaks quite clearly. The adverb quite qualifies or modifies the adverb clearly. So, whenever you see an adverb, ask yourself what word it is giving more information about. Now, let's discuss the types of adverbs. The first major type of adverb is adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner tell us how an action happens. They answer the question, how? Look at the examples. He works carefully. She sings beautifully. They played happily. In each sentence, the highlighted adverb explains the manner in which the action takes place. So, whenever you want to know how something happens, look for an adverb of manner. The next type is adverbs of time. These adverbs tell us when an action happens, and they answer the question when. For example, I met him yesterday. She will arrive soon. We leave today. The highlighted words tell us the time of the action. Therefore, adverbs of time help us place actions in the past, present, or future. Now let's look at adverbs of place. These adverbs tell us where action happens. They answer the question where. For example, come here. The children are playing outside. He looked everywhere. Each highlighted word tells us the location or direction of an action. So, whenever location is involved, adverbs of place may play an important role. Another common type is adverbs of frequency. These adverbs tell us how often an action happens. They answer the question, how often? Examples, I always study. She usually arrives early. They sometimes visit us. These words show the frequency of an action. They help us understand whether something happens regularly, occasionally, or all the time. Next, we have adverbs of degree. These adverbs tell us to what extent or how much something happens. They answer the question, to what extent? Look at the examples. She is very smart. The water is too cold. He was almost ready. The highlighted adverbs show the intensity or degree of quality or action. They help us express stronger and more accurate meaning. Now let's discuss interrogative adverbs. These adverbs are used to ask questions. The common interrogative adverbs include when, where, why, and how. Examples: when will you come? Where do you live? Why are you late? How did you solve it? Notice that each word asks for specific information. These adverbs help us gather details and seek explanations. Next, we have relative adverbs. They help us give more information about time, place, reason, and manners. Examples: this is the place where I was born. I remember the day when we met. Tell me the reason why you left. Now let's learn how adverbs are formed. Most adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. For example, quick, quickly, slow, slowly, careful, carefully. There are also some spelling changes. If an adjective ends in y, we change y to I and add ly. For example, happy, happily, easy, easily. Next, if an adjective ends in le, we usually remove e and add y. For example, gentle, gently. However, remember that all adverbs end in ly. For example, fast, hot, well, here, now. So when ly is common, it is not only way adverbs are formed. Students often confuse adjectives and adverbs. Let's clear it. Adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. For example, she is a beautiful girl. I have a blue bag. On the other hand, adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Examples: she sings beautifully, he runs quickly. Notice the difference. Beautiful describes a noun, while beautifully describes an action. A simple rule to remember is adjectives usually come before nouns, whereas adverbs often come after verbs. Now let's look at some common mistakes. Incorrect sentence: she sings beautiful. However, the correct is she sings beautifully. Likewise, he runs quick. The correct is he runs quickly. Similarly, he speaks very gentle. However, the correct form is he speaks very gently. These mistakes occur when we use adjectives instead of verbs. To avoid such errors, remember that actions are generally described by adverbs. Let's test your understanding. Question 1. She sings beautiful, beautifully, or beauty. Think for a while. The correct answer is beautifully. Question 2. He runs quick, quickly, or quicker. The answer is quickly. Question 3. Please speak soft, softly, or soften. The answer is B. Softly. If you got all three answers correct, excellent work. Your understanding of adverbs is improving. Before we finish, let's quickly review the key points. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Major types include manner, time, place, frequency, degree. Many adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. Adverbs make sentences clearer, richer, and more meaningful. These are the essential ideas you should remember from today's lesson. We have now completed our lesson on adverbs. Today we learned what adverbs are, why they are important, the different types of adverbs, how they are formed, and how to avoid common mistakes. Remember, adverbs help us communicate more clearly and effectively in both speaking and writing. Keep practicing, keep observing how adverbs are used in everyday English, and try using them in your own sentences. Thank you for watching.